of the Kingdom of Bohemia in Prague. And in the winter of 1618, I believe, moved with his bride and his court, all these alchemists, magicians, casters of horoscopes, herbalists, visionaries, moved the entire court from Heidelberg to Prague to create an alchemical reformation that had been hatched in the mind of the English alchemist and mathematician John Dee. Unfortunately, the alchemical dream was not to be. Frederick's advisors had seriously misjudged the situation. James was not supporting an alchemical revolution. He was playing one side against the other, and to the idealists in Prague, such cynicism was unimaginable. The Habsburgs back in Madrid quickly got wind of what was going on and laid siege to Prague. And the story of the alchemical kingdom and the Rosicrucian Enlightenment, for all purposes, ended at an incident called the Battle of White Mountain. And Elizabeth fled to the Netherlands with her children. Frederick was defeated at the Battle of the White Mountain. And the alchemical dream died. And this was really, in some sense, the beginning of the 30 Years' War. And as you know, going into the 30 Years' War, Europe was a place of popes and kings. At the end of the 30 Years' War, it was a place ruled by parliaments and peoples, and the entire medieval world was swept away. And these angel-dealing, horoscope-casting, alchemy-pursuing visionaries of this Rosicrucian Renaissance became simply objects of historical curiosity. But there was an unbroken thread that, however thinly drawn, persists right up to the present moment. So the idea is to show the way back to the high magic of the late Paleolithic. I think that what we want to do is make our way back to the alchemical garden. That's where our roots are. That's where meaning is. Meaning lies in the confrontation of contradiction, the coincidentia oppositorum, a rediscovery of the real ambiguity of being, a deeper possibility, a rebirth of the human spirit. In their way, Frederick and Elizabeth were acting out the dream of Camelot. In their way, they were acting out the alchemical dream of the rebirth of the king and queen. In their way, they were laying the groundwork for a new dispensation of human thought, freed from the medieval assumptions of guilt and the need for redemption, a point of view that made human beings co-creators in a magical universe with a loving deity. All that passed away with the fall of the Winter King and Queen. Well, until recently, I thought that that was the end of the story, but there is a coda that is amusing, if nothing else. This Habsburgian army, having laid siege and destroyed the alchemical kingdom, began to retreat across Europe. In that Habsburgian army, there was a young soldier of fortune, only 19 years old, still wet behind the ears, happily soldiering and wenching his way around Europe, and his name was René Descartes. On the night of September 16th, Descartes had a dream, and in this dream, an angel appeared to him, and the angel said to Descartes, "The conquest of nature is to be achieved through measure and number." And that revelation lay the basis for modern science. It's the alchemical angel, which will not die. It returns again and again to guide the destinies of nations and peoples toward an unimaginable conclusion.